See me? Why can't I see the chat? Sorry, my phone's being weird.
Yeah.
I don't know either. You're not at your computer.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
So that seems to work.
Can you see
Some
me?
technical issues.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay.
Turn your volume down.
Probably.
Hi,
I don't know what happened. It was like it failed, and then let me know in the chat. Like, say something if you guys are still there. Are we still here?
I don't know.
Are we still here?
Oh, my
Did I
son's
mess it up? Because nobody's saying
it's
anything.
playing.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
No, not you.
Yeah, this is weird because I don't know. Nobody's saying anything. Normally, people are like, yeah, we can see you. Is the chat not working? Oh. Okay. I'm like, what's happening? Hi. Thank you. I'm like, I don't know why. Maybe there's a lag. Hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. I don't know what happened. That was a weird little glitch. But the internet's been kind of like acting funny, so maybe that's why. Do you think that's why?
It's quite possible.
Yeah. It said I was offline, but like I'm not. So he's making me a golden milk.
You know what's up?
And some cookies. So hi, how's everybody doing this evening or wherever you are in the world? Are we having a good day? What's new? What's going on? He is very, very sweet, Yvette. I'm lucky, yeah. He's making the cookies and all that good stuff. But I got him a KitchenAid mixer for Christmas, so like he kind of has to make me stuff.
I make them for me, okay?
They're for him too, yeah. So when you're not sitting down, you can see all the mess behind me. Just ignore that. It is the first day of spring. That's right. I didn't realize that. And it was pretty sunny here today. I don't know what the temperature was because I didn't go outside. We were all over the place yesterday, so we're pretty tired today. How long were we in the car for?
9 hours.
Yeah, we were in the car for a total of 9 hours, not consecutively, but... Ooh, just picked up 2 Montserrat elbow rooted cuttings. Very nice. One of my favorites, if you guys caught that video that I just put up.
Hey, Plain Fam.
Talking about the more rare plants that are worth the hype. There are so many more that I wanted to add to that list, but some of them I haven't had long enough to add to it confidently, knowing that it's like an easygoing plant, even if I've been told that it's easygoing. If I don't have a plant put out a few new leaves in my care, I don't feel comfortable saying like how you should care for it or whether or not you should spend a bunch of money on it, if that makes sense. So I want to know how my olive tree is doing. My olive tree is actually like right here.
That's not bad.
And it's alive. It's putting out like new little baby leaves. I have a whole bunch of junk over here because I'm blocking my cat from going up there and eating the olive tree because he really wants to eat the olive tree. And I keep trying to tell him that there's no olives on it, like, but I don't think he understands.
English?
Mylene said hi, David.
Hi.
Yes, I used to live in Memphis. Oh, Tennessee people. Everybody's in Tennessee but us.
Well, we'll be there soon.
Yeah, we're going to Tennessee in June, end of June. So I'm gonna need to get some like nice flowy dresses or something because I hate being hot. But we're gonna be like inside, right, with air conditioning and whatever.
Yeah.
It's probably cold in there.
Outside, it's gonna be like 95 with 95%.
So basically,
humidity,
layers.
so. Yeah.
because I'm always freezing cold inside of air-conditioned buildings in the summertime. Yes, tell me all the good plant spots, Emma. We're going to be in Chattanooga, but not for like very long to be doing much. Also, I don't really have a plan for this. I just wanted to come and hang out and say hi. How you doing? Hey, trying to do this on Monday nights. Maybe not every Monday, maybe every other. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I want to pull up my last one to see if anybody left comments. So if you have any plant questions or concerns or whatever, really feel free to leave that in the chat. I mean, even if you have personal questions, that's fine too. I try to keep it somewhat plant related at least. But what am I doing here? Oh, I'm going to the last live stream. And I'm going to see if anybody left us any questions.
Just warn them there's going to be noise for a second.
Yeah, there's going to be a blender for a second. Sorry in advance.
We're good.
Let's see. I don't know if there's any questions in here. If I cut off the newest leaf, which grew deformed with black bits on the edges this winter off my Monstera deliciosa, where will the next new leaf come from? Will it still grow? Okay, so Sarah Busby asked on the last stream about her Monstera deliciosa. She cut off the newest leaf and wants to know if a new one will still grow. Yes, it will still grow. It's just going to come from a different part of the plant. So you basically like took that head off of the plant and it's going to start pushing out growth from another node. So definitely no worries on that. That's okay. I usually will leave a messed up leaf if it's the newest one out, if I don't want the plant to start growing from a different point, and just wait for it to start at least working on and have another new leaf like poking out, and then I can get rid of it. But I've been practicing now, like leaving my sad leaves on my plants. I know I have like 700 drinks. I'm sorry. I don't know where to put them all.
Don't stress me out, okay?
Do we have another coaster?
Yeah, hang
on. Because the plant is actually like taking energy still. Thank you from those leaves. I literally have like 4 drinks and I need a coaster for all of them. Yeah, so definitely wouldn't worry about that. A lot of you are saying that you want reptiles as pets. Oh, I want to take Willow out eventually.
Yeah, I'm going to get her out in a minute.
After we eat cookies.
We're not going to, no.
What?
The cookies are going to be really hot. They're not even out of the oven yet.
Yeah. I want to eat them now.
You're just going to have to wait.
Let's see. What am I seeing? Yeah, that's really the only question that was in there. So let me see if you guys said anything. Okay. The Barn Nursery in Chattanooga is a place to check out. Uh-oh, babe.
What?
There's plant shops in Chattanooga.
No, crap. Not going to have time. You're on your own, Chief.
Oh, if it's in walking distance, can I jog there? I don't jog.
We're going to be at the convention center. So is it near the convention center?
Yeah, we're going to be at a convention center, which I would assume is like in the main part of like how big is it?
It's
is it
really
big?
and no, it's not in the main part. It's kind of on the outskirts.
So then it's probably not. That's fine. I'll make friends while I'm there and be like, hey, you want to go plant shopping?
Good luck with that.
You want to come pick me up, Lori? Come pick me up from the convention center. Take me to the nursery with you. I don't know where any of these towns are. I know like Memphis and Knoxville, and that's it. If you just tell me like which one you're closer to, then I can get an estimate. Yeah, we're gonna take Willow out for sure. I haven't even seen her in days. She's just been in hiding, so. I'm glad you're enjoying your coffee, Zandra. We gotta get some more jobby for David. It makes the coffee making process a lot faster and easier in the morning. Plus it has a different taste. From what I'm told anyway. I don't drink coffee. Next time you come visit, we should meet at the plant shop. Yeah, if I'm ever like actually down there for a good amount of time and don't have a bunch of stuff going on. We're going to a convention. He can tell you more about it when he comes back.
With a snake.
With a snake. I didn't wash my hands. Take a Uber. Yeah, that's actually a solid plan. Maybe I wanted you to come pick me up, Lori. You don't want to hang out with me? Yeah, so that's my story. Let me know if you guys have any plant questions. Have you guys been watching anything good lately? Any good movies? Any good TV shows? I feel like I can't get into anything and it's been a struggle. Like even stuff I used to like, I just don't really like it anymore. I don't get excited about anything. So I was watching like true crime stuff on YouTube all day and it's like kind of depressing, but also like I can't stop watching. It's so fascinating. Billy Joe Field asks, do you have a preference for when you propagate, such as water versus perlite? Have you tried fluval stratum? I get this question a lot.
Fluval? Flugel?
Fluval.
Fluval.
Flugelhorn?
Yeah.
I have actually done the fluval thing. Here's Willow. Hi, pretty girl. I haven't seen you in days.
She's a little freaked out.
Well, yeah, because you just snagged her out from in her hiding place.
She didn't really like that, actually.
No.
Yeah, but that's fine.
But that's alright. You didn't see any poops in there?
I didn't, unless I just fingered through some.
I gotta check to
was
see
kinda
if
dark,
she went to the
but-
bathroom.
I think we're okay.
I don't do well with fluval because it dries out really fast, and she's cute. I'm really bad at keeping up watering it. So I don't do that. I honestly have been throwing everything in water for like a week or two, and then once it starts showing some signs of like roots poking out, I will put it into a mossy perlite mix. So I find that the water propagation, especially if you throw like pothos cuttings and stuff in there with it, because it releases growth hormone, the roots come out, like they start faster in water for most of my philodendrons and my Hoya. So that's what I've been doing. Plus it's a lot easier because I'm kind of lazy. Hi Holly, I see you. I just throw them in water. If I want to if it's like a more expensive plant or a more delicate plant, I'll let it callus for like no more than a day. Like I'll leave it overnight and then pop it in water the next day. But most of the time I cut the plant and I throw it in water. I don't go crazy. So, moss is fine as long as you don't leave it in there for too long, because the roots get all up in there and it's really hard to separate, especially like little delicate Hoya roots, because they do have like really thin roots, most Hoya. But perlite is good too, but I like to mix the two together. I find that to be like the most effective. Plus the perlite helps like aerate moss. It doesn't get as like moldy and gross in my experience. A lot of people like to use coco coir. It's actually what we use for the snakes because it doesn't mold. It stays nice and clean, but it doesn't really retain enough moisture for my plants. So she's just gonna be chilling for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Unprisoned on Netflix is really good. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Started watching Grimm, never watched before. Yeah, I used to watch it. I didn't know that it was still like a thing. I watched the series Wednesday and loved it. I watched the first few episodes, but like it was good. I wasn't excited to keep watching it, so I just never did. So I do when I'm home, true crime videos. Yeah, I don't know why. I need something like more captivating. I need like drama. I've been watching compilation videos of like just people telling really dramatic stories on TikTok of stuff that happened to them because it's more entertaining to me than like the fake stuff on TV.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, whoa, girl, like that really happened. What? And I've just been keeping up with like the usual drama.
Vanderpump.
Yeah, the Scandival.
The who?
Scandival.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even watch it anymore. I used to watch Vanderpump Rules like all like the first like 5 or 6 seasons. Like I genuinely don't even know what season they're on. But as soon as they got into like their 30s and they were still drinking and being really nasty to each other, I was like, okay, I can't relate to this
Right.
anymore. They're only like a handful of years older than me, so
It
I
kind of
was just
sounds
like,
like the Jersey Shore. Is it?
yeah,
Like
it's like it's time to grow up, you guys. You know, most
Yeah.
of you have kids now. You know what I mean? Like going on friend vacations together and like getting wasted every night is just like not appropriate. You know what I mean? Like again, it's good TV, but like it just stops being relatable. That's why I was never able to get into the Housewives, because it's just like a bunch of grown women like throwing things at each other and acting like I'm like, what is this? I can't do it. I can't do it. So there's that. You know.
Did you have like a favorite reality TV show at one point?
What, like
Please
just
don't say
in
Kardashians
general?
though. Yeah.
Like throughout my whole life?
Yeah, is there one that you remember? Like this was a great reality TV show.
Yeah, The Simple Life with Paris Hilton and Nicole
Oh,
Richie.
that's right. You did like that one.
I still watch clips of it because they're hilarious. I
That's
called
funny.
everybody his Scooby for years. That was definitely my favorite reality show. And like Laguna Beach. In the hills. Yeah.
90 Day Fiance.
I've watched seasons of it. I don't watch it regularly, but once I get into a season, I have to watch the whole thing. I love
You
terrible
like-
reality
Yeah,
dating
you
shows.
like those. Well, I forget what is it called? Like it's like Whore Island or something. Like where they just send a bunch of like people to
I
with
only
like all the
watched, like,
booze and they're
first
all
2
single and you
seasons.
just watch all the drama. Like
I don't know what it is.
I forget.
Where they
Maybe
put
that's
all the
not
hot
the
people
name.
on the island.
Yeah, which one was that?
I don't remember. Love
It's like-
Island.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe.
I was thinking of Ron Burgundy.
Why? Why?
It was from remember in Anchorman. Isn't that what he told her? He said to go back.
Oh,
to
go back to your home on Whore
on
Island.
Whore Island.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I
well,
just
there you
wasn't
go.
making that connection in my brain, so I was like, what does that have to do with Ron Burgundy?
Ron Burgundy was on Whore Island.
We need a Planty reality TV show. I mean, if I had one, it would
A
honestly
Planty
be really
reality
boring.
TV
I'd just be like sitting here.
As the
Editing
Monstera
videos.
turns. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I'm super excited for Succession to come back. I don't know what that is. I can't watch reality TV. God, I don't blame you. It's so bad. I'm pretty sure it rots your brain.
Now
My cousin used to make me watch The
there's
Kardashians.
gonna be
and
a
I still make
show
fun of her for it.
called Brother Husband. Oh man.
Oh God, that's like the one they came out with where was it Cougar Island?
Oh, with the women and their sons were
They
there.
legit had to like feel up all
No.
of the dudes to figure out which one was
No,
their
that's
son.
that's disgusting. That's just stop it.
How is that even on TV? Like, how is
No.
that normal behavior?
I'm alright.
That is, I love Love is Blind, Emma. Love is Blind is one of my favorite shows. Did they come out with another season? And then I watch all the drama that unfolds after, too. I love going on these people's Instagram pages just to lurk for like 10 minutes to see if they're like still in the same relationship. Because like, I don't watch that much TV. Flutterby says, just joining so that if this has been asked already, I'm sorry. When will you be adding more of your Hoyas to your shop? As soon as they're ready. So I've got to chop a bunch of them, and then as soon as they're rooted, they take a couple of weeks to have enough roots for me to feel comfortable selling them. So, yeah, a few weeks. I'm going to try and keep the shop pretty regularly stocked. I meant to put the link in the description for you guys, but I totally forgot because we did update the site. There's not a ton on there. But I'm just one person. Hi, it's me. I do everything. He helps though. He's good.
I do.
Actually, we need to do the giveaway winner too. I
Yeah,
forgot.
I got it set up over there.
So if you entered the Instagram giveaway, I haven't picked a winner yet, but it is ready to go. I just have to push the button. I'll probably do it in the morning. But yeah.
Hello says hello.
How are your fur babies? They're good. They're fat.
Scale babies and fur babies. Yeah, they are.
They're potatoes, couch potatoes. Netflix has that series called The Good Witch. I watched a couple of episodes. No, actually, I think I might have watched the whole first season, and it just like I get bored. I get bored. I get very, very bored. I feel like everything is just so predictable and cliche that it's boring. I don't know though. What was that? I don't know.
Trying to figure out if I left the oven on
He leaves
again.
the oven on all the time.
I do. I know. It's a
All the time.
Whatever.
Tried to catch me the other day too, but I didn't leave it on. I always check. I check it now before.
I turned it off. It was off.
Before we go to bed, I always check the oven. No, what are we knowing to? The oven being on? True crimes are my guilty pleasure. Okay, so I have been looking for good like YouTube channels. If you guys have any suggestions, I watched a girl today. I don't remember her name, but I liked her. I liked her channel. Yeah, but just been watching a lot of stuff about murder, and I'm sitting there and it's like it makes me anxious, but I can't stop watching.
It's not good.
I know. I watched a whole like 45-minute documentary type thing on like the Columbine thing, and they had like people that survived like talking about what happened and just like detailing like everything that happened. Like it's crazy because I was like 10 years old when that happened. So like I remember finding out that it happened, and like it was definitely like
Willow tried to eat a cookie. Slide those off me.
it was definitely like I think I can say that it was life-changing for everybody to some degree because nobody had ever really considered something like that happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was yeah.
But it was 1999, and I know they
Right.
did it on 420. That's messed up. I was laughing because I probably wouldn't have even been in class.
She is so
I would
cute.
have been
Look
out
at her
in the
little
woods
snoot.
somewhere
There's her little
with
snoot.
my friends. Are you looking for plant channel? No, like true crime. Christina Randall. That is who I was watching. That is who I was watching. She came up in my like suggested feed, and I was watching her talk about like some murders that went on. It makes you like not want to leave your house, but that's fine. But even still, you're not even safe in your house. Eleanor Neal has a good true crime channel.
Oh, that's why she was. Her eyes are cloudy. Her eyes are cloudy.
Oh, yay! I kind of
Yay.
had that feeling that that's why she was in there. Remember I said, though, she started looking a little bit, like, dull to
Yeah.
me. Oh, girl, you got the cloudy eyes? Now I feel bad
does.
having her out.
So cloudy eyes means they're gonna shed really soon. They go cloudy and then they go clear.
Do we not feed her when she's
And
like
then
that,
shed.
though?
I wouldn't feed her and shed, no.
Okay, so we'll wait till she's done.
Yeah.
I gotta bump up the humidity in there for her.
Yeah, keep spreading. Yep, shedding soon. Shedding
I'm so
soon.
excited. I've been waiting for her first shed. I can't wait.
I didn't even notice it because it was kind of dark, but when I held her
No,
up,
she
I
did
saw
kind of look a little different
Yeah, these are
to me, but
definitely,
it's
like-
hard to tell. Those are cloudy. Like she's
Yeah, you
gonna
can
shed
see.
soon.
Well, they'll
Oh, pretty girl.
they'll go,
Yes, they're so cloudy. She's
they'll
got
go
the blue
clear.
eyes now.
go clear for like a day or two, and then she'll go.
I'm so excited. This is her first shed
It is
home with us.
under for us.
Yeah, she'll actually be a year in May. So, how often do you think they shed? They shed more often when they're younger because they're growing
every
more
couple
rapidly.
months typically.
But the cool thing about not all boas, but a lot of boas, and her type of boa, she's like a more dwarf boa. They grow pretty slow,
Yeah.
and she stays like more consistent and like slim compared to like the ball python. Yeah, I would put her back. Wait, I want to spray down her thing though. Can you entertain them for a minute while I spray? Because I don't want to spray it while she's in
Now,
there.
how am I going to entertain you? Show
I don't
tunes?
know.
Like,
Tell them about why we're going to Chattanooga.
talk about myself.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at this.
So
Hi, Plant
what
Fam.
you're doing.
So we're going to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I went last year, and it's an authors convention, like a writers convention, but it's also kind of like a science fiction fantasy sort of thing. So, and there's lots of gaming. So like a lot of people playing tabletop games like Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer and stuff like that. Entertain you, yes, okay. So we're heading out to there, and this year I got asked to be on some of the author panels. So I get to I don't know, people are gonna have to listen to me talk, which is fine, and I'll have a table where I'll have some of my like books and stuff available for signing and whatnot. Not for very long because I don't want to do that really, and but I'll be able to do some actual like I'll have a small conference room where I'll be able to do readings of my work, which is pretty cool too. So it's exciting. It's different. I'm a little nervous because it's just a writing thing, but I'm kind of used to talking to crowds and like teaching large groups and stuff like that. So I don't really get nervous for that kind of thing. And honestly, it's just like I wrote, I published that book 2 years ago now, so I'm not gonna say like I'm tired of it. I'm not tired of it, but like I've read it so many times, just in my own head and when editing and reading it aloud and whatnot, that it's really natural. So I'm excited. It's good. It could be a nice thing for the whole writing career. I totally got this. So, and yeah, Yvette, pick it up. It's on Amazon. Have at it. Got a pile of really good reviews. People seem to really enjoy it. A lot of people just say it's very different, and I'm okay with that. I think part of the reason for that is the fact that I don't really read all that much, and so I'm not really influenced by other authors very much. So that's exciting. Actually, I'm kind of curious now. What's the last book that any of you read? Put it up. Put up the last book that you read. I'm sort of curious to see. I don't even know what mine is. It's the last book that I read.
I'll be back in a sec.
You can come back in a sec. It's fine. We're hanging out. We don't need you anymore.
Oh, okay.
I got all these cookies for myself.
Oh, that's messed up.
It's true. Plantopedia was the last book that you read. Did you go start to finish, or was it like a reference book? I don't really know.
I want that book.
Plantopedia?
Yeah.
It sounds like encyclopedia for plants.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Zandra, I don't know if I'd call myself big time. And yeah, I made cookies.
Not yet.
Look at them. Well, it's fine for me. But really good.
Yeah, you can put her back.
Yeah, and look, if you read my book, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you hate something that happens in the book. All those kinds of things. Like, that's fine with me. What kind of cookies? Well, it's your own cookie. There's a whole pile. It's a basic chocolate chip cookie recipe, but I use salted caramel chocolate chips, and then I toast crushed walnuts,
They're really
and I
good.
mix those in. So they turn out really good. Salted caramel chocolate chips. That's the key.
See, yeah, I agree. I think the guest speaker is big time.
Yeah, I don't know about that. There's probably gonna be me and like 3 people in the room because nobody knows who the hell I am.
I'll always hype you up.
But like that's fine. I don't mind. I'm gonna have fun anyway.
Look, I'm really picky. You know, taco food in my mouth. I'm really picky. It's hard for me to get into a story.
Okay, I'm gonna put her back. Say
Same
bye.
as TV shows.
Bye.
Like, I just get bored.
Bye everybody. I'm
Bye,
gonna go
pretty
shed.
girl.
Next time
Look
you see
at her
me.
eyes. Oh my gosh.
Next time you see me, I'll be a big girl.
We have a big boy here. David made cookies because he spoils me. He makes all the good stuff. He made homemade English muffins because I wanted English muffins. Yeah. Oh, what I was saying is, before my cat distracted me, I'm really picky about what I'll read. And I really enjoyed his book. I would have told him if I didn't. I read it in like 2 days, which is really fast for me. Baby, you could turn the light off too.
The grow light?
Yeah, it's just that little black box has the switches on it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get her back in here.
Oh, okay. Just saying. Should get confused. Yeah, so I definitely recommend it. It was a good read, and I'm excited for the other stuff that he's working on. Thank you for being here, Yvette. I appreciate you. Go watch The Voice now. Yeah, I used to watch
Let's
The
take out the
Bachelor
menu.
every Monday
It's
night
time.
at 8 o'clock, and then I just got really bored with that too. Do you ever do tissue cultures? I just bought 2 ties and they both rotted. No, I haven't. I'm really bad with plants that need a lot of attention, and they definitely need a lot of attention because they're just like usually little babies when you get them. Are you going with him? Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully.
Bye, Yvette. I hope I get that late.
My kid made the best chocolate chip cookies last night. So soft. 18-year-old boy. He kept getting so frustrated. That's really cute. That is cute. Yeah. I like baking. I just don't really do it. I'm pretty
I
lazy.
don't.
I'll get those like the ones that you just break off and put them in the oven. If you haven't
Okay.
acclimated TC pups before then, ties are probably a difficult place to start. Good to know. Good to know. Damn fungus gnat. Oh my gosh, the amount of people who told me that they use systemic pesticides for fungus gnats was baffling to me. Something so toxic for a pest that doesn't even damage your plants.
Any updates on your health coaching you spoke about a few videos ago?
No.
That is
I was focused on
so
trying
much
to
has
get.
been there's been a lot going on.
I've been focused on trying to get the website back up, which it is now. If you guys want to go check out my shop, see if there's anything in there you've been looking for. I'm thinking about adding some like cute little pots and like things like that to the shop as well, so that there's always going to be like some stuff in there and not just plants. Name of the book, babe. What's your book called? Tell them.
What, The Caretaker?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's called The Caretaker.
it's right here.
Yeah, you can grab that one. It's got the thing on it, but it's fine.
It's fine. So what it looks like.
It's my not
This
for
is what I
resale
read,
copy.
The copy that I read.
Yeah. Here it is.
My boo wrote a book.
Yeah.
I was lucky to be able to kind of read it as you went for a while there until I decided I didn't want to anymore because I wanted to like
Wait.
wait
Yeah.
until it was finished. But after the first chapter, if you're not hooked, there's something wrong with you. I'm just
I
saying.
tried.
It's just such an easy read because honestly, he's not much of a reader, which is really
Yeah, I
funny.
was just mentioning that, yeah.
Yeah, so, but I think that actually gives you an advantage because you tell a story more like you're watching a movie as opposed to reading a book.
Right.
So, like, I feel like you haven't, not necessarily like tainted, but you haven't exposed yourself to like a lot of literature that would like alter
Not in
how
the
you
same
write.
not in the same genre. I like to read stuff that's different than that for sure.
Yeah, well,
So-
I read in the genre
Right.
and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to let him sit here and like put something in there that I feel like doesn't make sense either. Like I'll tell
Right.
you if I think the way you're going with it is like just boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Won't let it end the same way that like the Hunger Games and like so many other like 4 series books that I read were so disappointing at the end because you're just like, really? I read 4 books for you to just be like
Be okay.
they lived happily ever after, like
I'm not a
period.
baby,
You know
I'm
what I
not a-
mean? I'm like,
I'm not
even Twilight was disappointing.
Twilight was disappointing for numerous reasons.
But I just feel like the way they end is just, and the 3rd book is always the worst one because it feels like filler. to like get
it has
to
to
the end.
set up the fourth book, and they gotta drag it out.
Hunger
and the whole
Games
thing.
was so irritating.
Yeah. Well. I
Couldn't
don't know.
even get my TC mini pros from school out of the tube without it rotting. Ugh. That sounds like fun. But yeah, the health coaching thing, I've had so much other stuff going on that I haven't really had time to sit down and like come up with a plan. I'm really bad at that, you guys. Like really bad at it. So there's that. I always have like the ideas, but I'm really bad at like doing them. So there's that, and I always feel like I'm not like good enough to do it, so that's a problem. They
Imposter
sat in the field
syndrome.
and watched their children and lived happily. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's exactly what I mean. Like that is not a that's not a satisfying ending to all of the freaking words that I just read.
Well, I'll have to redo all my endings now.
Mhm. No, if I tell you to mess with people, I'm like, yeah, you know, you should just kill that person. Just do the opposite of what people would expect you to
Kind
do.
of what I enjoy doing, actually. So.
I'm like, let's torture your main character.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, why is he there?
My Hoya macrophylla stems keep dying. I cut back the dead part, and they keep dying. You mean like just the tendrils? Like the tips of the tendrils? That happens sometimes if you're like just inconsistent with your watering, which I am. Hi. So that happens for sure. But it'll be fine. I just leave them. They kind of like, they'll shrivel up and fall off. But I'm almost positive that every Hoya in here, if I pick it up, like one of them's going to have a dead tip of a tendril on it, probably. As long as the leaves aren't dying, like you're fine. You ner?
I do ner. I always ner.
Some of my Hoyas out here on these shelves are growing like crazy because they get really bright afternoon light and they love it. The ones in my cabinet have not done anything, like at all.
Yeah. We have huge windows. They're west facing. There's no shortage of light in here ever.
Yeah, I can
So-
sunbathe on this couch.
Pretty much. You could probably get a tan in here, just like
Mhm.
sitting here.
Probably. I gotta clean the windows and it'll be even brighter.
Awesome.
I don't know how I'm gonna clean these massive windows, but that's a
One at a
thing.
time.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about your Hoya. I find that one to be a little bit finicky too. If you're not consistent with the watering on it. I don't know. I'm pretty tired of most of my Hoyas, but it's just because no, but I moved the plant.
Oh, okay.
I have plants in the shower that I was spraying down. I have to keep the door closed or else my cat will think that I left out a buffet for him.
That's right. He's like, salad bar.
Yeah. And it's like
Yeah.
all my favorite plants in there.
Yeah.
Now down on my Monstera elbow. There are very few plants that I would cry about.
That would be one. Yeah.
It's just such a beautiful specimen. Like most plants are replaceable, but Linda wants to know if you're gonna write any more books.
I'm in the middle of writing 3. So yes, there's that. I've got the sequel to The Caretaker that is in progress, but currently on the back burner. I've got the one that has all of my focus right now is called Joy Jitsu, and it's a book about extracting more joy from your life and persevering and having gratitude and all those good things. And I'm writing that in tandem with a couple of guys that run a company out of Alberta, Calgary, Alberta. I'll put up the link to it if you want to check it out.
Do you see your cat's face?
No,
She's really cute.
that's the one. Oh, I probably have to do like a thing.
I found a Hoya lacunosa snow caps at Lowe's yesterday. Nice. I killed mine, so there's that.
It's not a link, but it's fine. That's the one.
No, but you can copy and paste it. I have it set up that you can't post links.
Mm,
Although it should let you. You're a moderator.
whatever, it's fine.
Plants will be sitting all over the house. I already have props everywhere. Yeah, just got my big greenhouse. Husband now gets to put it up. Only has a couple weeks though. Okay. You do you, boo boo. I could use another greenhouse. That one's silly.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's robust in there.
I've been cleaning it out though and trying to like get rid of things. I have so many plants and like planty like related things like planters and like little shelves and stuff that I don't know what to do with, you guys. I don't want them.
Wait, what's a flat mite? Is it a different than?
They're a
Is it a
type of
different kind of mite?
Yeah, who said that? Did I miss something?
Zandra, I'm in the process of treating all my Hoyas for flat mites.
Yeah, I just have I'm weird. I have a hard time buying into this whole like all of a sudden all your Hoyas have flat mites trend and that you need to pour like stinky sulfur all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have a hard time wrapping my head around that because it feels like nobody ever talked about it before. And now it's like everybody asks me in every single video if I have flat mites and how do I treat them. I treat all of my pests the same.
Oh, I saw them with a microscope. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
At first I
they're
thought
microscopic.
At first I thought it said flatmates. I'm like, why would you treat your Hoyas for flatmates?
You can't.
They have an
see
apartment
them
with people?
with your naked eye.
Oh, so you need like one of those things that you hook up with the phone? Like one of those things? Those
Yeah.
are cool, yeah.
I have to give that one back to Liz, actually. I keep forgetting
Oh,
to
there
give
you
it to
go.
her.
Yeah.
She was like, I was wondering what happened to that. I'm like, yeah, I know, I forgot I had it.
Well, there
She
you go.
forgot she gave it to me and I forgot I had it. I couldn't get it to record on my phone, so I never really used it. But yeah, I have a hard time buying into the flat mite thing because, hi Carmen, we've had Hoyas for how long, and like there is another way to treat them. I don't buy that sulfur is the only way to treat your flat mites and that nobody ever knew they existed or to use sulfur until like last year. Like that's just not.
Well, like just sulfur, like
yeah, that's
dissolved,
just
like,
not believable to me.
it's so stinky.
Yeah, people like mix it in a spray bottle.
That was really gross.
Which is why I haven't done it, boo, because I have respect for you and that you don't want your space to smell like a rotten egg. Because then when you treat them with sulfur, you can't put them back in the direct light. So where the hell am I supposed to put them for however many weeks they need to sit with
There's
the
no
sulfur
such
on?
thing as a spot in here that doesn't have direct
like,
light.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing. And I can't even, you already know I can't keep anything in the bathroom without my cat eating it. So like, plus we need to shower. We only have one shower.
Okay, so true story. When I was a kid, I must have been like 7 or 8. I was begging my parents to get me a chemistry kit for Christmas. And one year they finally did, and they went overboard. It had like half the elements in it and stuff like that, and all sorts of experiments and everything else. And here I am as an 8-year-old, and then I saw it in the little book, the how-to book, that said if you burn sulfur, it gets really stinky. So I took all the sulfur, and I burned all the sulfur in the house. Yeah, it got really stinky, and I didn't have the chemistry set anymore. They were too afraid that I was going to set something else on fire.
Not surprised.
Yeah, no. It smelled bad.
He apparently enjoyed setting things on fire as a young boy.
Who didn't? So.
I mean, as soon as I learned how to use a lighter, I went outside and I lit everything on fire that you possibly could. Just to see, like, what would catch fire, what would melt.
Yeah.
Like, how do you learn these things unless you just try and
don't worry, Mom, your
light
car's
plastic
fine.
on fire?
Yeah, well, there's that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do all that. I'm just gonna get the beneficial mites and keep on doing what I'm doing.
More ladybugs?
No,
I liked the ladybugs.
I liked having to catch them all the time and put them back in the
That was
greenhouse.
super fun.
No, I don't know how I feel about the ladybugs on account of them not being native ladybugs to like the east.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
And then there's the question of how they're like harvesting the ladybugs. Like, where are they taking them from? They say they're not taking them from the wild, but like Do we believe them?
I mean, yeah.
I
No,
don't
that's a
know.
good point.
Because apparently there's different species of ladybugs that live in different parts of the country, and actually bringing ladybugs from one ecosystem to another can damage that ecosystem.
Hmm.
Throw it out of balance. So
Nothing's gonna work.
these are things we have to be mindful of when we have a hobby, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I talk about the systemic pesticides so much, because it's not, or I do now, because I'm really starting to get irritated with people just like suggesting it without educating anybody on it.
Hmm.
You know, if you want to use it, that's your prerogative. I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's legal to use here, so for now anyway. So how do they like attack the dairy industry, but nobody goes after pesticides?
That's weird.
Like, it's still perfectly legal to use them here, even though in Europe in the UK it's banned.
Right.
Anyway, my point is, we just need to be mindful of the impact that we're having through a hobby. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
We don't want to be doing harm to ourselves too, not just the environment.
You have bitey invasive ladybug. Yeah, that's no good. Invasive bitey ladybugs.
Yeah, just because they're
Yikes.
cute doesn't mean that they're not gonna cause a problem.
Well, yeah. Look at your cat.
Which I didn't know. Yeah, it's so toxic. Like, the pesticides are so toxic. And somebody got really mad at me in the comments on that video, which I was kind of anticipating that I would trigger a couple of people who just are really lazy and love using systemic pesticide and not having to, like, treat their plants in any other manner. But I find that usually, like, the easy way is the most harmful way. You know what I mean? It's not usually always the best option just because it's the fastest or the easiest. And you guys know me, I'm like lazy girl to the max. Like, if there is an easy way to do something, that's the way that I'm gonna do it. But also I care a great deal about just like the state of our planet and like our ecosystems, and the fact that they are really delicate. And I don't think people realize that if we continue to mess with it so much and be so careless about it, that like it's going to impact our food supply. And people, I don't think, are really going to understand that until they go to the supermarket and there's less food there. So, yeah, I mean, you have like so many people struggling to just like farm.
Oh, yeah.
Things are messed up, man. Look at what that stuff does to our foods. Yeah, I'm surprised that like more people aren't like advocating for like systemic pesticides to be like banned for use. I get that not using them in large like crop situations can be really devastating. You know, we were just watching a show where what is that guy? Who is he even? Some
Oh, we were
random
watching.
British dude.
No, he's not random. It was Jeremy Clarkson's farm. So we were watching that show.
Well, that happened to him because they're not allowed to coat the seeds in the UK with pesticides, so that's usually
they
what
ate
they
an
do.
entire field.
So the beetles just like took out a whole field, and he was like, "There's nothing you could do about it because the government like won't let you use
Right.
the pesticides," which sucks. But it just, I feel like, forces us to be more innovative and come up with different ways to combat things like that happening, like diversifying what you're growing, not having a freaking massive field of one plant, because we all know that some plants just attract different types of insects, so you wouldn't really have such a mass devastation like that if you were growing in smaller amounts. Do you feel me? Like, I'm not saying this is a simple solution. I don't know everything, and obviously we need to be farming in mass to feed people. I just wish we would go back to like everybody having their own farm. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you don't have chickens on your farm but your neighbor does, and they don't have something else on their farm but you do, like, you just trade these.
Okay, some questions.
And everybody's good.
Speaking of cats, do your cats get along well? I have one cat that straight up hates my youngest cat. not much of an age gap for ours. They're
No,
both a little bit
they're
older.
about the same age.
And yeah, I mean, it's been a rough. It was a rough 6 months.
They're okay though.
They're all right now.
They hiss at each other and the paws will get raised. Slappity paps will be had. Only when they like kind of startle each other or like corner each other. It is a small space, so
Right.
like there's a really narrow walkway to my right here where like you go between the couch and the bookshelves. So if one's coming around the corner and the others come around the other corner at the same time and they scare each other,
Right.
there's usually a
They raise
you know.
they raise the paws.
I love when he does
They're
that, but
getting ready.
doesn't say anything. He's just like, I'm
gonna do it.
I'm gonna slap you.
Hold me back.
Hold me back. So there's that, but otherwise they completely tolerate each other. They'll sit next to each other.
They were two
Like,
potatoes on the sofa the other
They're
night.
fine. When it comes to food or
Yeah.
treats, they're perfectly fine sitting side by side and waiting for me to give them their treats.
Right.
So, like, I know they don't hate each other. They just don't love each other either.
Right.
Like,
Right.
my hope for them being besties and, like, wanting to snuggle on the couch is, like, it's not a thing. But my cat's never been around, like, other cats, not since he was a kitten and I took him home.
Right.
And she was completely fine just being like queen of the castle, and he came in and started
There she is.
eating her
Hi.
food and pooping in her box. So she's got the cutest little pink nose. You got to see all the animals tonight except for Penny.
I can get Penny out.
Penny's the only one that hasn't made an appearance for this live stream.
Come back up.
She's so cute. I can't stand that little pink. Her nose is so pink. My cat is such a beast. She'll roll over for a tummy rub, then she gets a hold of my arm. Yeah,
Right.
they do that. They're being playful. They're being
Cute
playful.
Aggression.
I've tried really hard to teach my cat that hands and feet aren't toys. I always try to bring a toy into the mix if he's being like that. That just means that your cat wants to play.
Yeah.
She's got some play energy in her.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like an older cat, younger cat thing that they get like a little spicy
Depends on
with the young
cat.
one, you
It
know?
depends on the cat. I don't think any cat really enjoys it when you introduce another cat into their space.
Right.
Like if they're litter mates and they've already been there is a different story.
Do we give our cats any catnip? Yes, we use the brand called Meowawana.
I think that's why we have so many diseases and autoimmune problems. You know what, Sandra? You're not far off with that one. I totally agree with you. We also just expose ourselves to like an obscene amount of chemicals daily, especially women. I don't think that a lot of women even realize it, but if I went through like your cosmetics and like your skincare and stuff like that, you would probably be horrified if I told you what some of those ingredients actually were and what they did to your body. Like there are studies that literally show that like things like parabens, for example, is a really common one that people are finally actually aware of. Really, really bad for you. It's an endocrine disruptor, but yet the FDA is like, yeah, it's fine. Just put it in the lotion that you lather all over your body, even though it can cause cancer. Like, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like exposing yourself to it once isn't going to do anything, but if you think about you're using these products every single day, even like your shampoo, your conditioner, like there's so much that people don't really think about. Even like the stuff that you eat, if you're eating like processed food, sometimes there's really unnecessary ingredients. There's unnecessary ingredients in so many things. Okay, The Biggest Little Farm is a great documentary on this topic. I'll have to remember that, The Biggest Little Farm, because it is definitely something I'm interested in and always looking into so that I can really actually understand what's going on and not buy into like a lot of the scare tactics that people try to use to get you to like spend your money on like going green. Don't get me started.
You're already started.
I've been obsessed with like nature and things of that sort my whole life. So I'm definitely always looking at that. There is no playing about it. She's 15 years old now.
Mm.
Maybe she just wants to eat your arm. Dang it, started playing Nintendo Switch Sports and missed half of it. That's fine. I totally get how the time can just completely get sucked away from you when you play a video game.
Right.
I'm like, who's talking about Satan? Satin.
Oh.
She's satin. She's silky soft like satin. On Disney and Hulu. I don't have either of those, unfortunately. Maybe I can find it somewhere else. But
I'm sure there's clips somewhere.
yeah. No, but I am very much baffled by people who are on the internet like, I use it for fungus gnats. I'm like, girl, what? Fungus gnats are a nuisance, sure, but like, let's make our home a biohazard to get rid of them. He'd probably be fine with it. He hates fungus gnats.
Yeah. I'm about ready to try plutonium.
I have new stuff that I'm trying that I messed up the application on, but it's fine.
Mm.
Is that a cat mug? Yes, it says, don't stress me out. And the cat on the mug is also holding a mug.
Yes.
Most of my mugs are cat mugs. I'm not going to lie to you about it.
Yeah, we got a few cat bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Well, let me know if you guys have any more questions. We'll probably wrap this up soon, even if you just want to talk about random stuff. Hopefully there's going to be some fun trials to watch soon. I don't think they're going to televise the Idaho
I don't know anything.
murders. I think that they're planning on like releasing the footage after the fact, which is really boring because then I can't watch it.
Yeah.
But that dude seems like a straight up sociopath.
Was he the one that was he like the boyfriend or something?
No, he was
that
the
that
one
guy?
who stabbed those college girls and the boyfriend.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
And he was like studying criminology too, so I
Right.
think that he like just thought he could. I think he just wanted to see if he could get away with it. But now they're looking into whether or not like
All right, you
there
got
was a
some- you
connection
got some
and
too.
he knew.
Nice too.
I'll talk about this stuff all day. I got an 8-inch pot loaded with string of turtles this weekend. It's got spider mites. Oh, isolate it. Just keep it isolated and like literally I spray it every day. What advice would you give someone new to alocasia? Get ready to be disappointed.
Wow. It's not pepperoni yet.
That seems like one of those plants that like some people either do really well with or like really bad with. Like there's no in between. They love to just like every time they put out a new leaf drop an old one. So they always just have the same amount of leaves on them, which is super irritating. But I have moved alocasias to like a more aerated mix. And I'm just trying to keep them well watered but not wet. So they don't want to be wet, but they also don't want to be dry. Keeping them too wet will harm them, and keeping them too dry will harm them. So your best bet is like high humidity if you can, because even if you forget to water your plant for a couple of days, it's not going to be a big deal because it can pull that moisture from the environment. So I would keep it in. There's lemon in it, boo. There's seltzer right there. Have the
I
seltzer.
don't want anything now. I'm good.
I have like 4 drinks. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Alocasia.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep mine alive too, girl. So like, we're in the same boat. Stalker. Who's a stalker?
You're missing a lot. It's the guy that you were talking about. The
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Hailey Bieber.
No. Nobody mentioned Hailey Bieber.
No, but she's a freaking weirdo.
No,
apparently.
yeah. I mean, who's there?
Oh gosh, see, this is what I mean. I just like follow all this stupid drama because I'm bored. Didn't do good with mother plant alocasia, but dug out corm, so there's that. Maybe new sprouts will do better. Just don't move them until you absolutely have to. Because even when I've gotten the corms to sprout, they don't like being transplanted. Yeah. The burger guy. Brian
A
Burger.
burger guy.
Kohlberger. He's a weirdo. He gives me like narcissist vibes, like to the max.
Well, yeah.
So there's that. I'm interested in learning more about the case when the trial actually starts, and we can learn more about the case because they've got a gag order on it, so nobody can talk about it. So all we're left to do is speculate and look at whatever little pieces of, information do come out, like all of the warrants that they sent out to like all these different companies. Definitely makes you wonder. But first one has 2 little leaves now, but waiting till it gets bigger for sure. Yeah. We love that for you, Holly. What did I miss? Oh gosh, I haven't shared. Once I got rid of my stupid second ex and started watching your channel, I replaced him with over 65 new plants. I know, I love it. I love that for you. I got rid of my stupid ex too, and replaced it with him instead. And a lot of plants. And I got another cat now too. I wanted another kitty.
Look at her. She's all
I
cute.
adopted another
Right.
cat. David's cat.
Staring at me.
She's purring like crazy.
I know you want people to hear her.
She's so cute. I
Just
can't.
relax.
Sometimes when they're both laying there next to each other, I can't even handle it. I just want to smush both of their faces in my face at the same time. Crash is used to his face being smushed, and he kind of just tolerates it. Her, I go anywhere near her face, and she's like, "Nope, don't touch me,
What?
lady."
What do you want?
You'll get over it, girl. I'm the one who feeds you.
Yeah.
David is an upgrade for sure. We upgraded. My ex downgraded hardcore, so we feel good about it. Now that's how you do it. Yeah, who needs men when you can have lots of plants instead? They do take up all your time, so there's that.
There is that.
Yeah. How's your game?
Oh, it's good.
Hey. Well, if you guys have any more last minute questions, let me know, because we're gonna call it a night here and get all washed up and cozy in bed.
I'm glad I can stay on the same tier as some of the plants. Some of the plants.
Some of them.
I might get traded for an elbow or something, at some point. But
I
for
have
now-
an elbow
for
already.
now, I'm holding it down. Yeah. Is there a plant that you trade me for?
No, because you make me cookies.
'Cause I make you
Plants can't make me
cookies.
cookies.
There you go. That's a good answer.
I'm glad you enjoyed the chat. Just casual, hanging, nothing super crazy going on. I will talk to you guys about non-plant related things all day long, happily. So I think it's fun to hang out and
Good
chat
night.
and get to know each other better and be able to actually communicate. I'm glad you were able to come, Gretchen. That's great. Definitely mark your calendars if you want to hang out. I haven't announced the giveaway winner yet. I have it ready to go. I just have to spin the wheel. I'll probably do that in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to do it today and I totally spaced on it. But yeah, I'm gonna do that in the morning and then hopefully I'll have it shipped out this week too. So my shop is back up and running as well. If you guys want to check that out, it is linked in the description of all of my videos. I just forgot to put it in this one. So there is that. And if you find anything you like, that's good. I'm glad. And let me know what you guys are looking for so that I can, stock the website with stuff that you want.
Land on me, please. What did we have? It was 2,800 entries, I think.
Yeah, there were a lot.
There was a lot.
I'm gonna have to get one of those apps that you pay for because my assistant is getting tired of copying and
A little
pasting
cranky on this one.
all of the.
Because I made it down,
Comments.
because you have to hit the plus that you've got to load the comments. It only
It's
loads
annoying.
10 at a time. and there's 2,800. That's a lot of clicks and scrolling. And then I was like halfway down and the page reloaded, so that wasn't great. And then you got to pull them all out, and I got to do all this whole
He was definitely not happy about it.
engineering computer jujitsu to get it all into one list, which I know how to do. But
He's so good at it.
yeah, no, it's great.
I'm just grateful I don't have to do everything by myself. Like,
Right.
he helps me a lot, for sure.
Yeah. Plus, I make cookies.
Yeah, that counts as helping.
All right, let's wrap it up.
It's emotional support
Bye.
with cookies.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I love you, fam. And I'll see you tomorrow with another video. We put up a video today. If you missed it, go check it out. I'm talking about my veggie sprouts and a really cool new contraption that I got to grow my veggies in that I'm excited for. We rearranged the whole place just to fit it.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, because hopefully tomorrow, if not the next day, I'm going to be taking a trip over to Paul's and Sandy's to see if we can get any good little starter plants. So
There you
I know
go.
not everybody's into like the gardening stuff, but I don't care because I'm gonna share it with you anyway. Okay. So I love you all so very much. Tasha, I'm glad you were able to make it to the live stream. Always appreciate you. Holly, Carolyn, Zandra, Pee-wee. I see you all and I appreciate you all so very much. So much. And yeah, I love you. I'm gonna shut up now. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.